Captain's log, stardate 2022.8. We're 4 episodes into our bibliogalactic journey into the deepest trenches of the mind, boldly seeking new words and new utilization.
Wait. What is happening
Counselor,
here?
please. I'm reporting our misadventures before dealing with new life.
The sound effects are great, but do you really think you can elude our audience into believing that this is some sort of sci-fi space podcast?
What are you alluding to? That I'm not capable of setting the tone in a space adventure via aural receptors?
Stop with the faux sci-fi space talk, or you are going to end up with a black hole in place of your eyeball.
Captain's log, stardate 2022.9. We've been pushed off course, infiltrated by naysayers of new life. Our current mission is to elude pursuers, enemies of our peaceful approach to life, a life that depends on intellectual development and not the reliance of atavistic approaches and violent resolutions. Welcome to Nerd Word, an electron-induced vocabulary edutainment podcast for building your speech, confidence, and brainceps.
Allude, suggest or call attention to indirectly, hint at. Elude, evade or escape from a danger, enemy or pursuer, typically in a skillful or cunning way. Elude, trick or delude. Wait, now I'm confused.
Today's nerd word is...
Allude, Illude, Elude.
kind of like a hat trick.
A trifecta, if you will.
We have 3. This is new. This is new territory.
It's very exciting.
We want to explore new territory, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Space territory.
No.
Which frightens you.
Yes.
So why do we have 3 words today? I mean, I can guess. I think any listener could guess if they have any idea or they've come across this argument themselves.
Yes. Common misconceptions of use of the word brought up by an episode of Star Trek Next Generation, which is very nerdy of us. We're
Absolutely
excited. One of the characters in the show is pursuing a prisoner, yes. And the phrase was, he has eluded us. And you paused it, yes, and pronounced it.
I think we all had the question because allude didn't make sense, right?
Right.
So was it Illude or
the character was not
Elude?
very precise with their enunciation.
Yeah.
And we had a question of which version of the word this was.
Or was it just the wrong word, which they don't do in Star Trek, do they?
Exactly. But for the record, you and the character were correct, and I was incorrect because I thought the more appropriate word was Illude, which is the ILLUDE version.
Which still makes sense, I think, for the most part.
It does, but the one you said, which is ELUDE, is more appropriate, shall we say.
Because elude, or the E version, elude, means...
We're going to confuse ourselves.
Yeah. The E version means to evade, right?
Exactly. Evade or escape. Avoid adroitly.
Adroitly.
Which is appropriate because the character is an android.
Now, just a sidebar real quick. I typed the word Illude, ILLUDE, into my word processor. Do we call them word processor still?
Sure.
Into the word
90.
processor, and it gave the red squiggly line underneath it. It didn't even recognize it in my word processor. I had to double check with Google's, and the Google came back and said, it is a word. And what does ILLUDE mean?
To trick or deceive.
Which makes sense, too. So what if Data was saying elude? Because in this episode, they talked a number of times about how Data was deceived.
True.
By this prisoner.
Because he had very interesting characteristics that let him be evasive.
Yeah.
Which would then make elude the appropriate term.
I really hope that at their writing table, they had a conversation. Wait, did you say Illude or Elude? And they said, let's just make sure that Data doesn't say it very clearly. And I hope...
They probably did. We're going to trick everybody.
I hope 27 years ago when they wrote this episode, they were like, yes, somebody's going to catch this.
Well, the third word in our hat trick is allude, ALLUDE.
Does that one make sense here?
It does not.
Okay.
It's the one of the 3 that does not make sense because we're hinting at something, making an indirect reference to.
Okay. Like you alluded to something.
Correct.
We hear that one used more than the other versions, I'm sure.
Well, to me, they're a little more divergent than grouping them all together. However, everything on the internet has these three words pitted against each other. Which one do you choose?
Oh, so other people have had this argument before.
Absolutely. There is a blog called Daily Writing Tips, if you future writers are out there looking for something. And the article is titled Illude versus Allude versus Illude.
Oh my gosh. Coffee shop conversations everywhere.
But importantly, it has to do with, and I think this is the fun part, the origins of the word.
Okay. Did they come from the same place?
They do. So they all share the same suffix, which is from the Latin word ludus, which means sports or to play.
No way.
Yes. So allude in Latin is alludere, which means to play with. And one of the original meanings was to engage in wordplay, which I think is very appropriate for allude, which is you're alluding to something. You're playing a little bit with your words.
Yeah.
But illude, Illude, is illudere, which was to mock or jeer or to sport at someone. And illude with the E is to trick, to play a trick.
Wait, illude with the E is trick or evade? I thought it was to evade.
Well, in current terms it is, but in the Latin version, it is to play a trick, to play or trick.
Why would they mess with us like that?
Isn't that so interesting?
That's very interesting. I do have one quick question about Latin. Like, how far back are we talking whenever we're using these Latin terms?
In the dictionary reference and then the Wikipedia page that I referenced, it labeled it as medieval Latin. So maybe not the furthest origins of the word.
Okay, tell us more.
So the prefixes, obviously, are what make these words different. The Latin E, which is what we're using for our word that means to evade or escape, is out.
Oh, just
so that makes it outplay. I'm outplaying you.
Okay, but
right?
we will remember that the E means evade. So elude is evade.
Exactly.
Evade lude.
The A, or sometimes add, means to. So I think that goes along kind of with the wordplay original definition with allude, A-L-L-U-D-E, to engage in wordplay. Okay. I thought that was interesting. It's a little bit of a stretch. The in or ill, and sometimes im, in Latin is at, in, or toward.
Okay.
And that to me means nothing because the word is...
They're tricking us.
We're tricking us. So, however, one interesting thing I found on the internet, which is always to be trusted, is that illude is the rarest used of the three.
Which is why you can't find it on the word processor.
And I thought that was so interesting because it also makes me think of elusive, which people say all the time. And that is illusive.
Your negative side removed from you. The power of command begins to elude you. Who said it?
Hamlet.
No, Star Trek. Star Trek, this was Spock.
Appropriate.
But which elude was I using? I'll say it one more time.
Okay.
Your negative side removed from you. The power of command begins to elude you.
E-L-U-D-E.
Well done.
Yeah.
Great job.
Nerd Word is a Revision Sound production. If you love what you hear, subscribe or head over to our Patreon account.
Captain's log. Stardate 2023.149. We're 996 light years beyond Hypothecles.
Hey, are you doing the space talk again?